Another year has come and gone, which means it's time for another video game top 10 list, also known as the top 10 titles that did the most damage to my social life in 2013. At number 10 is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, a unique skill-based action game where players hunt challenging beasts to make all sorts of cool gear. The story isn't that great and the learning curve is steep, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it, especially when playing with friends. I'd tell you how many hours I spent on this game, but then I'd have to kill you. Don't touch me, darn it! At number 9 is Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. Square Enix redeems itself from the debacle that is the original Final Fantasy XIV with this excellent reboot. Highlights include a beautiful world, nice mix of classes, fun team play, and one of the better stories you'll see in an MMO. Just be ready not to see your significant other for a while unless he or she plays too. Turn up the love, baby. At number 8 is Pokemon X and Y. Wait, isn't this a kids game, you ask? Au contraire, my friend. Buried beneath Pokemon's sickeningly cute exterior is a cream-filled center of highly strategic battling goodness. Just ask all the legendary Pokemon using young cousins, neighborhood kids, and online gamers I've traumatized via fun groupings such as a team of Raticates, for example. Get off my lawn, you whippersnappers! Add the biggest graphic update of the series to date and improve Pokemon training options, and you've got an excellent foundation for future titles. At number 7 is Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. Created with tons of input from the same Japanese animation studio that made My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away, playing Ni no Kuni is like playing a Studio Ghibli anime in role-playing game form. The mechanics have some rough edges, but the story and presentation is top-notch. At number 6 is Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Some would argue that this is the better Zelda game of this year because of new content, and I don't have a problem with that. An homage to the beloved A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo, this old-school Zelda is the best handled game of the year. At number 5 is Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD. Now, I normally give priority to new games over remakes, but Nintendo did such a bang-up job redoing this GameCube classic that I can't rank it low in good conscience, especially for folks who missed out on it the first time. It's a great representation of the 3D Zelda experience for sure. At number 4 is BioShock Infinite. The third entry in the BioShock series shines thanks to a rich world, intriguing storyline, and a solid first-person experience. Its melding of steampunk and classic Americana also gives it a refreshing look compared to most games, providing plenty of glorious eye candy. At number 3 is Super Mario 3D World. Good old Mario may be pushing 30, which is old by video game standards, but the beloved plumber still got game. The story's cute but not exactly meaty, though Mario has always been about top-notch platforming. 4-player couch co-op is also a nice plus for friends and family. At number 2 is The Last of Us. Some folks joke that this is a visual novel masquerading as a game, but that's just how much the storytelling shines in this dystopian third-person action adventure featuring King Leonidas, Joel, and young girl Ellie. It's pretty much like Uncharted meets Resident Evil. And finally, for Game of the Year, I've got Grand Theft Auto 5. My top gaming pick usually needs to have 3 things: great storytelling, addicting gameplay, and a smattering of content. Grand Theft Auto 5 delivers that in spades with a gritty tale that features 3 interesting lead characters, a solid supporting cast, and a large open sandbox with all sorts of crazy stuff to do. Just ask poor Conan O'Brien what happened when he attacked a bouncer with an assault helicopter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go repair that social life I kept yapping about earlier.